Thank you guys for coming back to yet another video. In this week's video, we have the legendary musician Lenny Kravitz.
This is what it sounds like.
Without further ado, we're going to dive into his home and pick it apart from a real estate architectural standpoint. Let's do it.
Welcome to my fazenda. Come on, boy.
First off, what a power move coming in on horseback. I love it.
Fazenda is farm in Portuguese, and I'm the fazendeiro. I'm the farmer. When you enter this place, you're entering a working farm. Anybody who comes here will be eating beautiful organic produce farm to table. This is an amazing place to come and be creative. It's a part of life that unfortunately we don't get enough of. And yeah, this is my life. Come join me and I'll show you around. Come on.
Off the bat, I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. My bread and butter is in domestic real estate. I'm not too familiar with Brazilian real estate and architecture. That being said, it's a very interesting doorway. I would assume that this home was probably built in 60s, 70s, 80s, somewhere in that era. You can see a little edge of Spanish tiles up here, and then the doorway is framed by this, and then you have the steps leading up. It's nice.
The entryway of the main house. This piano I bought probably about 25 years ago. It's a Kauai plexiglass piano that used to belong to Ingrid Bergman, actually. This painting was just painted by my godson.
Okay, love it or hate it, the wall art. Now, this appears to be painted on, it could be wallpaper. Regardless, are you guys a fan of this? If done tastefully, I think it's really nice. I'm gonna roll with it. Crystal clear piano, beautiful. The whole space is a very formal entry. It's nice.
Noah Becker, who is an artist. He's a musician and a painter. And he came down here for a couple of weeks and actually did the paintings here in the room, which was really beautiful. So we're entering the master bedroom now, and this is a picture of my grandfather, Albert Roker.
Gotta keep the ones you love close. It's beautiful. I think he has a bunch of art with his family across the halls. Very nice touch. When you go in someone's home, you kind of get a window of their life. It's nice to see this artist keeps his family close.
Taken by Reuven Afanador. He's a lovely human being and a brilliant photographer. That was taken in the Bahamas back when I was recording the Circus album. This is the master bedroom. It's a suite, living room, and bedroom.
Okay, so off the jump, we can see he has this larger great room. You flow into this space. He chose to make it seating. I can see he has some sort of guitar amps in the background. Obviously, he's a musician. Why not have the music steps away from your bed? You can see also freestanding tub next to the bed. That's kind of a sexy feature. We don't see that a lot in homes here, but it's very nice.
This bed is made by Vladimir Kagan from the late 60s. Got some wear to it, but that's part of the charm, I feel. This copper tub I had made for the room. You have to have a tub in your room. My life centers around playing, so I always want to be able to pick up an instrument.
Okay, we can see more of this artwork on the walls. I like that the theme is congruent. I like it that it carries on out. You also have these window shades. I believe this is some sort of bamboo, bringing the nature in. Kind of ties together with this plant here. You have this leather couch, the Fender amps. It's a nice setup.
And play. So this is an old Fender Bassman and dual Showman reverb. Two of my favorite amps. One of my Gibson Les Pauls, made from the custom shop. I met this artist named Chris Wyrick, who works out of Los Angeles. So he photographed these banana leaves and trees and then projected them onto the walls and then painted them, which I think are really beautiful and graphic and give the room a lot of depth. I obviously love incorporating as much Brazilian design as I can. I just found these beautiful wood chairs by Zanini that I think are absolutely stunning. My band is here right now, so we have a full house. And
Overall, I thought the master bedroom was good. Maybe throw in a rug. Add a little textile. I'm sure your feet will appreciate it.
we're all living here. We rehearse here. We eat meals together, which is really beautiful. I grew up having meals with my family, and it's something that we don't do so much today. Sit and talk and put our phones away. We have no cell service here, so that's really good. That's a photograph that I took several years ago. It's actually of my cousin Janelle from the Bahamas. It's one of my favorite pieces. I love the soul in her eyes. So this is the living room where we hang out at night.
Okay, living space. I like that it's a little bit of an alcove. I can see that the artist did more of his art here, the inverted styles, so with the white banana leaves. You can see that he has two separate spaces. I think this is nice. It's kind of like one's a little formal. It's a nook. You have a book return here, and then you have really the bread and butter living space where he has what appears to be a Togo couch, which is rather expensive. And then you have this big flat screen here.
After we have dinner, listen to music, watch films, and the featured piece here is this red velvet chair that belonged to Andy Warhol.
Not that it's necessary, because it isn't, but maybe they could have mounted the TV on the wall.
This is my beautiful mother, Roxy Roker, and in each place that I live, I honor her. I would not be here, I would not have the life that I have without being blessed by this woman, so she's present in every home. Come on, the kitchen.
Okay, the kitchen. Off the bat, big space. I like how they have the fans. You can see they have some sort of windows opening out to the yard. I think I saw 3 big stainless freezers. It's timeless. People love to see the stainless steel. Dishwasher, butcher block island, hit or miss. For me, I wish they would have carried this countertop here, but I understand it could have saved some costs.
Alex, Arnetti, mwah.
Viking appliances. This is luxury, but I believe this model is like 15, 20 years old. Regardless, it's a Viking appliance. It should last forever.
This is Alex and Anechi, who make beautiful food for us, filled with love. As you can see, there's some of the stuff from the farm that we grow here. A lot of it's been eaten. We usually have a big mound of
Viking, 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 cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It appears he probably has 2 freezers, 1 fridge.
fruits and vegetables here. Craig Ross.
Okay, this is his guest house, or one of the guest house on the compound. I was gonna say property, but one thing we really need to address here is this is a massive, massive parcel of land. My guesstimate is he's on at least 5 to 10 acres. It's beautiful because you can't get that in the city. There's absolutely no way. So there's pros and cons. He may live far away from everybody, but he has his oasis.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the guest house where the band has stayed on this trip while we were rehearsing. Chris has been in here painting this mural. He's just finishing it now. This is fresh. He's making the place more beautiful. I mean, the nice thing about this place is
I love this big open arches. I'm sure it's nice to keep the wind moving. Also, it makes the space feel larger. All of these are pluses in my book.
it's like one big open loft, the living room and the kitchen, and you've got 4 bedrooms in here, 2 on each side on 2 different wings.
This is my 3rd trip, so I think
You came with me the first time,
right?
When I came to look at it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. No, I've been here a few times. It's always magical.
Did Lenny ask you, should you buy it or should you not?
Probably.
I think everybody thought I was crazy,
Yeah.
but I think this trip has
It's kind of cemented.
proven that this was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Hola, Goya.
What a gorgeous compound. This is his outdoor pool area. You know, when you're looking at properties here in the States, a lot of the time the pool is like 30 feet from the house, which is fine for most people, but this is really resort style living. You can see he has all these chaise lounges surrounding the pool. You have these big conversation areas, and then in here it looks like you have some sort of outdoor kitchen with dining. I can't imagine what it would be like to entertain here. It's a job well done.
So beyond the pool, we have a soccer field There's a full
has a soccer field on his property. How many people can say they have a soccer field on their property?
gym in that building and a therapy room for massages and so forth. This is the barbecue, which is essential for any Brazilian, depending on what you're into. We can barbecue vegetables. When I came here, I didn't know anything, but that's the beauty in life sometimes. You go for something that you didn't expect, and I just want to share this with folks that are interested in experiencing this.
Okay, this is actually great. We can now see a clear picture of his parcel. This is what looks like the access road to how he enters the property. Long, winding driveway. I don't know what else to say, but I love this. You know, this property has a historic element. It's not a new construction. So, you know, some people say, how could you rate this? It's more challenging because you see you have the main house, you have a guest house, you have another guest house. I assume this is a stable. You have your pool house, and it looks like he put some solar on it. Gotta give bonus points to the guy. It's very impressive. And you have this big pond here. Like, what a gorgeous parcel of land.
This kind of thing, to take an adventure.
Okay, rock star Lenny Kravitz. We've now reviewed his home. You asked me, what do we rate it? If you follow the channel, you would have seen J Balvin's video from a couple weeks ago. It's difficult because that's a new construction. It's beautiful. I think I gave it somewhere in the 9s, but this is historic. It's a big parcel of land. There's so many nice design elements. This one, to me, I think it's gonna get 9.1. Okay guys, that's another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.